The story of Red Bull's dominance alongside Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes' contract saga are two compelling stories making headlines this 2023 F1 season. This contract saga has been ongoing for months and has had fans and foes on their toes this season. Why is the pressure of this contract's weight so heavy on the shoulders of both Hamilton and Mercedes? And what's the reason behind the delay? Red Bull's takeover since 2021 seems to be a huge disturbance for Hamilton and his team. Therefore, this contract is a great cause of concern for Hamilton, who is still very much interested in winning his 8th championship. If you agree with me, I think the first and most important question we need to ask and answer is, who is Lewis Hamilton, and why is it important for him to put a pen on paper at Mercedes? Lewis Hamilton is a Formula 1 driver who currently competes under the Mercedes team, and he's a title holder of 7 World Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton is an all-round entertainer. He entertains with his exploits in music, as a director, and with his fashion shows. Without doubt, some people consider Hamilton F1's biggest attraction because he appeals to a broad audience due to his lifestyle. In the 2020 issue of Time, he was listed as one of the 100 most influential people globally. Since joining Mercedes from McLaren in 2013, Hamilton has elevated his status to legendary degree. But recently, the team and Hamilton has been on the renewal of his contractual obligations for months. There's been speculations and debates on the future of Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes. Hamilton is rated as one of F1's top influential drivers, which puts him on a high pedestal, which is why people's opinions on the news of his contract renewal has been ragging the street of F1. The past 18 months has been challenging for Hamilton as Mercedes has been off the pace of the game and grapples to adjust to the new technical regulations F1 made in 2022. The veteran driver is also yet to clinch a victory since the 2021 season and has been struggling to match Red Bull's Max Verstappen's pace. While in the middle of all this contract brouhaha, Ferrari also came knocking on Hamilton's door and offers him a guaranteed stay in F1. Hamilton rejects the offer, pledging his allegiance to Mercedes. Before the winter break, Toto Wolff, Mercedes' team principal, was adamant and sure Hamilton was going to sign the contract before the 2023 season started. Hamilton also stated at the end of last year he plans to extend his contract with Mercedes over the winter in respect to his current deal coming to an end in 2023. So what then is the reason for the delay? It is obvious both Mercedes and Hamilton started the preparation and negotiations for the contract quite early. What then is the issue as regards sealing the deal? Are the terms and conditions not in line with Hamilton's demand? Or is the current season affecting the decision-making process? 2.5 months after Wolff stated in an interview at the Canadian Grand Prix that he will be meeting up to discuss the contract with Hamilton, Mercedes fans are still found wanting with no news on the contract. The anticipation and anxiety of fans, Mercedes, Hamilton, and their competitors can be perceived from different news outlets reporting this story. The delay in signing of the contract may not be that of Hamilton or Mercedes' fault. We have to consider and analyse that Hamilton is a man who wears many hats. Therefore, he has to carefully sieve his commitments and time toward Formula 1 and his other interests. Outside Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton has numerous projects. He runs a runway show once or twice a year, he makes music, and also works as a director in Hollywood. These are time-consuming tasks. David Coulthard, F1 commentator, believes that it is the little things such as Hamilton's off-track personality and time allocation to the team that may be the cause of the delay. Coulthard does not see any chance of Hamilton leaving Mercedes unless there's a major fallout, and he doesn't see it happening given the history Hamilton shares with Mercedes. Hamilton is multi-dimensional, and this personality has great impacts towards his performance as a Formula 1 driver. Things that may be considered, little such as the amount of time Hamilton has to allocate to Mercedes' partners and sponsors, may not be as little as we think. The bone of contention towards this issue may also be that he is trying to find the balance and time allocation for both himself, Mercedes, and Mercedes' sponsors. Hamilton is obliged to allocate certain amount of time toward Mercedes sponsors for brand positioning and other important beneficial factors for himself and that of Mercedes. Some brands consider Hamilton Mercedes' golden ticket towards international popularity, and his fans are ready to make a switch with him if he decides to leave Mercedes. A man of so much value and importance such as Hamilton will have to carefully analyse his contract and decisions because so much is at stake. To cement the importance of Hamilton in Mercedes, it is of significance to highlight that Mercedes has the highest media presence among all the F1 teams. They drive the most engagement and media value. By the metrics of social media followers across Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, they're the most popular. If Hamilton decides not to renew his contract, it will shrink and affect Mercedes' global reach, hence affecting sponsorship too. Hamilton at Mercedes equates sponsor revenue. Having Hamilton at Mercedes shouldn't be analysed from a competitive standpoint only. Arguably, there is no one who can fill in his shoes at Mercedes to perform better than him. Hamilton is the team's top driver, and this makes his position on the negotiating table stronger. Age is a constant determining factor in sportsmanship, and we can also see how this age role is being played in the contract saga. It may be that Hamilton is being careful as to how to continue and end his career on a splendid note. Currently, Hamilton is 38 years old and in his 17th season in F1. He is currently the second oldest driver in the sport. Fernando Alonso, 42, is the oldest. This new contract will take him into his 40s as he continues his attempts to claim another major win in his career. There's a lot to consider when signing contracts and making career decisions. It's safe to say Hamilton and Mercedes are trying to play safe and smart so as to end this season well, and also have a good start towards next season. While Hamilton's contract is raging the headlines, it is equally important to pay attention to not so great season George Russell seems to be having. As a teammate, Russell's performance says a lot about what is going on at Mercedes, and we wonder if the team will get back on track pretty soon. As teammates, both Russell's and Hamilton's performance mirrors the competence of the team alongside their individual competence. We hope Mercedes will still give us a good end this season. While some may think Hamilton is thinking of retiring or taking a break from Formula 1, he most likely won't because his fans are not ready for his retirement and are still very much interested in seeing him race, even if it's for a short period. But they don't have to worry because new details about the contract has just been revealed. After much back and forth, Hamilton and Mercedes finally conclude on an agreement concerning the contract. Lewis Hamilton signs a 2-year contract with Mercedes, and we're hoping this will help him seal a championship record. We hope for a positive outcome for all parties involved. It's beautiful to see the relationship between Hamilton and Mercedes still ongoing, but we hope there are no loopholes in the contract, and this long journey of getting his signature will leave the headlines now. There are tons of questions flying around, and we hope this contract will finally give answer to them. Although the contract may be signed, people still feel Hamilton was asking too much of the team. What do you think about this? We hope Mercedes will be able to provide Lewis a championship car and also get a hang of the technical challenges now ahead of the next season. It's been 2 years without a championship for Hamilton. We hope the pressure is not clouding his judgment. We hope the tension surrounding this contract signing has been eased a bit. This F1 season is packed with so much expectations from every team and their drivers. We look forward to the outcome of the season and its consequences. What are your thoughts and opinions on Hamilton and Mercedes? Kindly let us know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.